Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lovers of music and vibration of all ages, sizes, densities, and planes of existence, we are here. I have arrived, and the time is now. What time is it, do you ask? It is time to find out what the musical fairy has dropped off for us today. What fairy, might you ask? Well, I believe the sub-fairy group is turntablism. What do we have before us but something from the Rane Corporation? What could it be? Let's see. We love the fact that Rane very often double boxes its best stuff. So what we're going to do here is going to take out this protective outer box. And we always know that Rane gives us a nice tidy shoebox on the inside. Now, to expedite things, we know that these don't come out easy. So, don't remove the sword from the scabbard, remove the scabbard from the sword. We've learned this before. And oh my gosh. File that to the side. It's the Rane 72 Mark II. The big boy. Now, why choose the Mark II? Honestly, because it is the most complicated and elaborate of the mixers. I'm not worried about cutting time. If you've been doing this long enough, you either have a smooth style or you have your style so down pat that you don't need to rush. The things that I need to do all can be done on this, and I liked having the depth of a mixer that can do every single style and isn't just a hip-hop sort of battle mixer. I feel like what they did with the 73 is dope. If I had the money to buy them both, if I was rich, I would. But I had to make a decision because these things are over quite a chunk of change. Let's just put it that way. You all know. And so the choice here was to, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, was to go with the system that is most like audio engineering. So that if I teach someone how to use this, if someone's using this, they can understand how workflow on an audio system works. From their gain inputs, from the inputs to the gain system, their trees work the same way that a mixing board does. And I appreciate that. What they've done with the 73 is sort of acquiesce to the thinking model of Pioneer, which is to do grouping by services, not grouping by functionality and chain. So I would rather have something that works like a mixing board because I have been in audio and sound reinforcement engineering for over 30 years. So we have amazing construction. Just reading off the back of the box, solid Sierra construction, 4.3-inch touchscreen waveform displays with XYFX control and song select, 3 Mag 4 contactless tension adjustable faders. That's smooth, that's the best fader there is, and that's the other thing. If I do scratch, I want the best fader in the world. I do not want to feel that mess. Also, the dual post fader internal flex effects engines are deep. They're not as easy to get into, but I don't need 99 effects for every song. If I'm still playing the song, I have enough time to change the effects that I need to if I want to go in there, but you got to learn the system. So I hate when people tell me, well, why would you want to play a 6-string bass? Because you can do more. Oh, but you don't need all that. You do need all that. You need everything. You need all the tools that are possible to have at your disposal. And when you exercise them and when you flex them, you can make more music and get deeper into what you're doing. Having a shorter learning curve and a simpler machine is not helpful. Now, when you have 16 performance pads, and I hear this, oh, the ones in the S9 are slightly larger. Oh, please, I was able to hit the ones on the 62 perfectly fine. Z-Trip edition. Shout out to Z-Trip. What's up, Zach? The impetus of this thing is that it gives you the most creativity, it gives you the most depth, and it gives you the most tools. If you're such a lazy-minded person that you can't flex and expand to your tool, that's your problem. That's a you problem, not a machine problem. I really hate when I hear somebody say, it's got too many options. There's no such thing. That means you got too little brain. Be creative, learn the whole thing, and dedicate yourself to your art. Kilroy is still here. You know what I'm saying? Old heads know what I'm talking about. It's the eyes. Opening up the box. And we love these shoe boxes. You know I'm gonna stash my money in this, just like the other one. I gotta know. All my pennies, you don't know. You got lube up in this joint. Typical books and shit. Some wires. Looks like the USBs. They give you 2 USBs. One for your A and one for your B. That's nice. Take care of both your needs. You got the power bank, you got the power cord. File all that to the side. And control vinyl. Oh, there's 2 in there. But even if there's not, there's control. Yeah, there's 2 in there. Control vinyl that comes with it. Black, of course. Everything not black. Come on now. Black. And take the shoebox. Save that for the trap house. Gotta get the return, you know what I'm saying? And do this later. And we don't need this either. You're okay. Get this bad boy. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, prophylactic protection is very important. This message is brought to you by the Safe DJing Council of International everywhere. Of the universe, the galaxy, and the ethereal and the astral plane. And oh my goodness, this is a heavy unit, man. And you will, it's not the same as the turntable, so I'll tell you that. But there's space on this thing. You are well appointed here. There's too much to go over all this. I'm not going to run over everything in this video because this is going to take a real dedication. But silky smooth, so smooth, you have no idea. I want to pull off the thing, but I'm going to leave it for a while. And look at that. Toggles. Huge buttons, little buttons. They got all the buttons. Tiny buttons. Oh, you can feel them clicking. Everything just the way it's supposed to be. There's a rubber quality to these knobs. There's a tactile feel to it. The ones that are supposed to click have a nice click to them. The ones that are supposed to turn have a nice, resilient kind of rubbery feel. So you can feel them in your hands, and you're not going to slip on them or anything like that. They're going to roll right in your fingers the way they're supposed to. And then the ones that have the little dots, you can feel click, 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 and you can push them in to get what you need to get. Top side is going to look like it's supposed to, with all the proper effects, ins and outs, 2 ways to connect to almost everything. You have your USB A and B, so you can hot switch your DJs, which is what you're supposed to have on a professional unit. You have 2 microphone inputs, so you can at least have a DJ battle. You can have, you can have an MC battle at least, or you can have, an MC and a DJ have communication. You get your deck in 1 and 2 controllers for your 12s, right in line, and then you have your booth out, in and out, left and right, and then you have obviously your mains and your power. Normal stuff. You got these really well-built protectors to stop you from beating your knobs up and dropping them and cutting them off when you drop them sloppily into your cases at the end of the night, because you've done that before, back in the day. I know I have done that before, but you didn't hear nothing. You weren't there. You didn't see it. You can't prove it. So these are good standardizations to have. You got your tension knobs for your fader. Everything you need, right where you need it. And you can definitely put your money where your mouth is with this thing. It has all of the professional tools that you need to be at any level, anywhere. And why settle for less? If you're serious about your DJ game, this is where you want to be. Top of the frame, top of the range, baddest in the world. Rane 72 Mark II. With our powers combined, we've developed the Mark II party. And boy, is it jamming. Y'all know that shit was TJ, I don't care. Because look at these beautiful pieces of equipment. The construction, the elegance, the depth, the control. You have 3,600 points of information coming in, which is double what comes on with Serato vinyl. You have so much precision control when you're scratching, when you're backspinning. There's not so much slip in information. You don't see yourself sliding away from what you're hearing. You don't see as much flutter and jog. It's freaking beautiful. You have all the things you need and none of the things you don't. You have your space here so that everything is clean when you're trying to do any kind of turntable skills. You can put your butt up here. You can put your keys. You can use anything, your tongue, whatever you're going to do. You have the ability to change your speed, torque, control. Everything you need is at your fingertips when you bring these three monsters together. And that will bring you dominance and flexibility and excellence, and you will rock any party on this planet at the highest level possible. The Rane Mark II series right now is just killing the game, and there's no better set you can get. That's for dang sure. We can argue about equal, but you definitely can't go better right now. Check them out.
The main streets are not no beats. Behind you all of your defeats, there's this to get to. Been all around and down in the dirtiest of the town.